What's good, y'all? Back from another video. So in this video, we'll be going over on who Ghostmaker is. But before that, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. If you want to support the channel even more, the support / become a member links will be down in the description box below, as well as my other social medias. Let's get to it. Start off, Ghostmaker appeared in Batman Volume 3, Issue 100, which is the ending for the Joker War. So, Ming-Qua Khan, aka Ghostmaker, was the only child and son of a wealthy Singaporean business owner. In his childhood, he was diagnosed as a psychopath since he couldn't feel any empathy or fear. In one meeting between his parents and Amita's crime family, he witnessed his parents being beaten and threatened by them for control of the business, and his parents eventually gave in and signed their business over to the Mitas. Instead of firing Ming-Qua, as he was determined to take down the Mitas crime family for what they did to his parents, he set off on a journey traveling the world learning everything he can so he can become a crime fighter and get revenge. During his travels and training, he met Bruce Wayne, who was on a similar path as him, but the difference between them were obvious, but we will get to that in a little bit. Anyways, both him and Bruce trained under the same mentors, which eventually created a friendship between them. But the key difference between them that I mentioned was that Bruce wanted to become a crime fighter to avenge his parents and uphold his vow. This angered Ming-Qua, as Bruce was doing all this for emotional reasons and not for the art of it like him. So he attacked Bruce as a response and tried to kill him. Over the next few years, Ming-Qua would challenge Bruce to see who's a better student and who will be a better crime fighter. Not surprising, it's very common for a guy to at least wrestle or have a friendly little sparring match with his boy, for example, as we love a little competition and rivalry in our lives. At the end of Bruce's journey of learning everything he could, Ming-Qua, or we can now call him Ghostmaker, visited him before he got into the jet back to Gotham. He thought Bruce was going to fail and even estimated he might die in the first 6 months in Gotham because Bruce is still trying to keep the vow he made. Then, Ghostmaker made a proposition to Bruce to forget the vow, Gotham, and the idea of Bruce Wayne, to work together and stop criminal organizations in every city and country they set foot on, and eventually go to Gotham, but Bruce refused and it angered Ghostmaker. Right after that, they made a deal where Ghostmaker won't set foot in Gotham City, and Bruce won't set foot in wherever Ghostmaker sets up his base of operations in. Years later, Bruce was Batman and Dick Grayson was Robin. Ghostmaker was already established in Southeast Asia, leaving an unimaginable body count of criminals as he took down every criminal organization wherever he went in that part of the world, without leaving a trace of evidence behind. Both parties soon enough crossed paths as Batman and Robin were tracking down a criminal that fled Gotham. By the time they landed, Ghostmaker was already there waiting for them as he reminded Bruce about their deal, which pissed them off, and he had to go back to Gotham as that criminal was in Ghostmaker's territory now, and he'll handle it and send him back to Gotham. Dick was confused, which made Bruce tell him the details on why they couldn't set foot on Ghostmaker's territory in their past. At the same time, Bruce admitted that he missed his friend. During the time Jason Todd was killed by the Joker, Ghostmaker killed a married criminal couple and took in their son after they mentioned who would look after him. Ghostmaker trained him 24/7 in a mansion, and he eventually became a sidekick named Phantom 1. Doesn't that sound familiar? But weirdly enough, Ghostmaker never revealed his face or name to the boy. Also, he kept Phantom 1 hidden away in the mansion unless it was to go on missions. And personally, I think Batman's not the best dad, but he tries to put in effort. But the way I look at it, Ghostmaker treats this boy literally like a tool in his arsenal. This is definitely not good for raising children, and it's messed up, but makes sense for his character, as Ghostmaker is known to not feel empathy. If he does, it's not up to how much Batman or anybody else feels empathy. But it doesn't end there, as when they were on a mission, they were pursuing a villain named Pallium. Forgive me if I messed up that name. Back to how this mission became a disaster. Phantom 1 got ahead of himself, which caused an explosion, trapping himself in rubble and endangering 10 civilians. To an ordinary person, it would be a hard choice, but to Ghostmaker, it was simple math. And he rescued the civilians, leaving Phantom 1 to die even after they'd been fighting crime together for around 3 years. As far as Pallium, Ghostmaker killed him, of course. It's not clear though if it was out of anger for losing Phantom 1 or what Pallium has done in his time as a villain, but Ghostmaker made sure it was painful. Around the time Batman started Batman Incorporated, Batman would meet up with Ghostmaker and offer him a position to be part of Batman Incorporated. This didn't go well according to Nightwing, and it resulted in another fight between them. On the bright side though, for Ghostmaker he eventually got his long-awaited revenge on Amita's crime family. After the Joker War event, Ghostmaker broke the deal him and Bruce made and set foot on Gotham, as he was disappointed on how Bruce handled the crime and his criminals. So he started off by killing a gang of Joker supporters called the Grinners, exposed corrupt judges, stopped an armed shipment, and solved the string of homicides which led up to the killer being caught. Right after, Clown Hunter was the next target Ghostmaker had his sights set on, as he wanted to make an example out of him to prove that Batman's way of fighting crime doesn't work. Batman intervened and stopped Ghostmaker from killing Clown Hunter, but was wounded in the process. Clown Hunter escaped and hunted down Harley Quinn, with the Ghostmaker not far behind him. In Harley's apartment, Clown Hunter failed to kill Harley, and Batman came crashing in with Ghostmaker appearing right behind him. Batman got back up and proved why his way of fighting crime works better by being steps ahead, having one of the Bat family members track the homicides of the killer named Denton Quill for weeks so he could pin it all on him. Next, Batman knew that the corrupt judges were working for an international mob boss named Tiger Shark that could have put him away for life. Finally, Batman replaced the ammunition in the arms shipment with faulty shells so he could take down the buyers in Gotham. In summary, Ghostmaker ruined Batman's plans as he's on top of everything since we all know he's Batman. This still didn't matter to Ghostmaker as he's still trying to prove why Batman's way doesn't work. So he knocked out Batman, Harley, and Clown Hunter. According to Oracle, Ghostmaker added on how skilled he is by starting off with making all 14 leaders of Gotham City's most dangerous gangs turn themselves into GCPD headquarters. And that's not even the only thing. Next, Professor Pig was found in his old cell in Arkham even though he was at large for 8 months, miraculously. Ghostmaker even made the Yakuza, the Triads, and the Whisper Gang leave Gotham. And he did all this in 6 hours while Batman was still knocked out. Think about that, he did this in 6 hours while Batman was knocked out. Crazy. So nearing the end of the storyline, Ghostmaker wanted Clown Hunter to kill Harley to prove a point to Batman, and it failed. But Batman wanted Ghostmaker to stay in Gotham to help him under one condition, of course, which is no killing, and Ghostmaker took that as a challenge. Afterwards, during the Fear State event, Batman, Harley, and Ghostmaker worked on a case together to stop a group called the Unsanity Collective, which is a radical transhumanist movement that's been stealing high-tech throughout Gotham. But Ghostmaker soon figured out that Scarecrow was manipulating the group the whole time, so all three of them saved a lot of members of the Unsanity Collective. With Scarecrow in prison and everything else calmed down, Batman wanted Ghostmaker to train Clown Hunter and lead Batman Incorporated, so they both left Gotham. This actually pissed off the members of Batman Incorporated, but it worked out as their first mission was a success, and they recruited a new member called Grey Wolf. Now, in the final arc where we last seen, Ghostmaker was a Shadow War event, and Ghostmaker had a decent role, but not too big in it, where he had to protect some members of Deathstroke's secret society, and he actually encountered an old flame of his called Angel Breaker. But for now, that's basically it for Ghostmaker. And before I forget, he did battle Deathstroke, but Deathstroke wasn't really at his peak then, so I'm not really gonna count that as Ghostmaker being better than Deathstroke. In fact, I'm gonna make a 1v1 battle about it, but that's besides the point. Now that you're all caught up, we're going to move on to his abilities. To start off, he's a master martial artist. He's good at computer hacking, archery. He's a skilled acrobatic, but not as skilled as Dick Grayson, of course. He's a master marksman, as he knows how to use guns very well. He knows intimidation and interrogation techniques like Batman and the rest of the Bat family. He's good at escape biology. He's a master disguise, skilled swordsman. He's also multilingual, such as knowing how to speak English, Russian, to name a few, and even knows Morse code. You can't be a Bat family member without knowing to be a master of stealth. He got peak human conditioning. He has knowledge in medical science, as it's shown that he was stitching a Batman. He got detective skills, and he's an expert tracker. That's basically it for his abilities and skills. We're gonna move on to his equipment. Besides his high-tech suit, he got the ghost net to infiltrate networks of wherever he's at. He got an icon AI he created himself to help him. He got signature double swords. He got the Ghost Stream, which is his personal invisible jet. He got his car, which is not as fast as the Batmobile, but it's still fast, and he calls it the Ghost Racer. Yeah, original, right? And he has a bike called the Ghost Cycle. Moving on to nerd facts, his ghost net allows him to not be in any international database, and Batman even admitted that if Oracle tried to look him up, the ghost net will eat her computers alive. And the final nerd fact is that Ghostmaker fought Bruce Wayne back and forth over the years of their training until he started losing those fights after Bruce turned 20 years old. And that is all you need to know about Ghostmaker for now anyways, until he probably has his own solo run, or he's featured another comic event or another Batman storyline. Now, in my personal opinion, I think Ghostmaker is a cool character. He just needs to be fleshed out more, since apparently he's been around since he was training with Bruce. I can't wait to see what other lore he has or what stories he has by himself before he joined the Bat family. Also, I would love if Ghostmaker met Red Hood, since they both don't mind killing criminals. Yeah, that'd be really interesting. Anyways, besides that, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. If you want to support the channel even more, click the support/become a member links down in the description box below. Also, if you want to follow me on my other social medias, those will be down in the description box below as well. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.